Back. And I'm playing Bonsam Besu Devil May Cry! And I put this stupid border around instead. And now I'm just gonna play this mission because it's literally the only good mission in this entire game. I don't know how many times I've seen this cutscene over and over again. Virgil. Oh yeah, I forgot. I put the fucking voice and subtitles to Japanese. Datte. 俺の
お前と戦うのは何度目だ。どうだかな。
どうしたの？Virgilさん。
始めようぜバジル。
Virgilちゃん。
最後の喧嘩を。
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna fuck my bro up. I'm gonna kick his fucking ass. Get back here, bitch. Let's rename that shit to Galo. I'm sorry, that reminded me of Chad Warden so much. So Fat Joe, some ballin'. That's my vibrator going off. Thank you. I like Puyo Puyo Fever a lot more. I haven't played a lot of the other Puyo games, so thank you. You're like probably the only person that admires my Puyo avatar. Oh, you little bitch. So da na. Yeah! Oh yeah, I didn't upgrade Gunslinger. My IQ's high enough, but I get so many dumb pieces that I fuck up and screw myself over all the time. It's essentially the same thing with Tetris. I know how to get good Tetris, it's just I get shit pieces all the fucking time. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna use a gold orb because you can get them every fucking day, so. I am so used to like Devil May Cry 3, like. I'm so used to like Devil May Cry 3's Virgil where he's like, you can avoid all of his dumb shit if you know what you're fucking doing. I mean, this, you can do it too, but it's like, they've made it specifically so that people who know all of the dumb tricks that he does in 3 will get fucked over. I made it so that I'm playing specifically like it's 3, so that was my like whole intention of doing this whole like thing. I set it up like the other day and just kind of got bored because there's nothing really much besides replaying the game over and over again on more difficult fucking levels, which, you know, yeah, it really is the Kingdom Hearts 3, the Devil May Cry series. People waited like fucking 11 years for this thing, and it's good. But it's just... there's something to it, you know? Much like with Kingdom Hearts 3, where it's like... It's not that it doesn't... Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna fucking die here so I can collect myself. It's not that game which is a good... It's just not the... no, it's not that it's not the same. It's just that it feels in a certain way that I don't know how to fully express it. You know what I mean? I talk a lot of shit about this game on like Twitter and shit. I'm gonna give up a little because wait, no, fuck that. I ain't no pussy. I'm committed to this, so it's that they changed a lot to the point where it feels disconnected from everything else. Does that make any sense? I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is the same way. Because like with Virgil, for example, he's got a fucking black coat for some reason. Like, the whole point of him having a blue coat in 3 was to contrast it with Dante's harsh reds. Like, symbolically showing that he has different ideologies in comparison. But the thing is, in this, it just kind of feels like, oh, he wears a black coat now, and he lost his bangs, and he doesn't look like Dante's twin anymore. It's just kind of like those weird little oddities of this that I just don't really... It's not that I don't enjoy this game, because I think it's probably one of the better Devil May Cry games. It's just... he's fucking... He's jacking off into the Matrix. Yeah. No, I don't want to do that. No. Oh, I'm cucked. Get back here, you little bitch. That fucking parry, holy shit. Oh, Lord. Ugh. A lot of Americans do. There we go. Smack that bitch ass. A lot of pale-skinned weirdos like me, who aren't specifically white, but can pass as white, usually do sound like that, so... I guess I'll just play Bloody Palace instead. And I'm gonna actually put a fucking load that isn't Rebellion, because, like... Devil Sword Dante is so fucking overpowered in this game. And... I don't hate it, but it's just like... I'm so used to having, like... such not bad or shitty fucking swords, but I'm just so used to having like shit that feels yeah, you definitely need to play these games. They're fucking balls hard, but they're so rewarding in that sense. It's not hard like Dark Souls, but it's really hard when you try to like you try so fucking hard to do like a certain thing. You know what I mean? But you just get fucked over every time. I know when I first played Devil May Cry 3, I got fucked on Cerberus, and I think everybody in some point has got fucked up in that. Yes and no. It's more like it throws you out there expecting like you know everything, but it just kicks you so fucking hard in the balls and say, relearn everything that you know. Ah, fuck. Yeah, Cerberus is technically like the first boss. There's a mini boss in Mission 2, I believe, that a lot of people struggle with. I wouldn't suggest Royal Guard, me personally. I'm so used to like Sword Master at this point. Royal Guard is for like a lot of tryhards who say like, I know how to play fucking Devil May Cry, and just like sit there and just do this. Where I'm so used to like being up close and personal with every fucking enemy and kick their goddamn ass with goddamn combos and shit. So he dance. I mean, if you want to try Royal Guard, though, that's up to you. Like, styles are personal preference. Yeah. I've never met anyone who's actually, like, really learned Royal Guard. I've seen some really cool, like, Royal Guard players, but that's, like, few and far between. It's not like in Devil May Cry 3, it feels like they specifically want you to be up close and personal with a lot of the enemies, because it doesn't feel like it's a it doesn't feel like it wants you to just trick the game, you know what I mean? Because that's really what a lot of like those high combo mad videos are doing, is just tricking the game into doing some really dumb shit. Like I'm somebody who could play fucking 3 at such a high level. So you're seeing me like doing a bunch of shit that like not necessarily great for this game, but if I played it on like 3, I would probably look fucking insane. Because like a lot of the animations in this game don't have the same sort of crunch, I guess. Like you could fucking do some crazy shit. There's only one thing that I remember that's specifically it's specifically been in every game since 3, or I think even in 1, where you can jump onto enemies over and over again, and you can repeatedly, like, stack them up into the heavens, essentially. I only use that in sort of a more, what's the word? Tactical way, instead of just keep repeating a move over and over again and just hitting it over and over again just to get like high combos in air quotes. I kind of do it so like I can, it's more of an avoidance kind of thing, like that, like in a crowd I will jump over them like that. Air hopping or whatever, not air, this air hopping, but the enemy hopping, that's what it is. I can give you a lot of information about Devil May Cry if you need it. Much like with Dark Souls, I got a lot of information about that game, even though I'm not a huge fan of that game. I can explain why, if you would like me to. Oh yeah, don't expect like to do some really cool tricks and shit, like, right out of the gate. You'll have to like play the game like fucking 30 times to really be able to do some cool shit. Like I just finished my 4th playthrough of it like earlier this year, and I was able to do some really cool shit. Okay. So, I'm gonna need some backstory on why I don't like Dark Souls. So when I was like maybe 14, 15 or something like that, I got Dark Souls on my 360. Bad fucking choice, like right out the gate. Horrible port. But it's not that I hate Dark Souls and think it's the worst shit ever. It's just that like there's so many like weird problems to it that I've seen so many people say like, that's why it's so good. It's like, okay, for example, there is a boss in the very first boss, the fucking bridge troll or whatever. The way that you defeat that guy is pretty easy. You just climb up on the little thing and just, you know, dive down on him and keep doing that, or go under him and hit his weak spot. That's easy to understand. The real problem is that you got way too much fucking health for the first boss of that game. That you have to use like a gold fucking resin or have like an overpowered weapon at that point. That it's like, I don't like I love challenge in video games. I love this game because of that. I don't like bullshit where it's like, do this 30 fucking times and then you're fucking able to do this or that. It's why I hate the fucking secret missions in this game, where it's like, do something very, very fucking specific every fucking time. And not only that, Dark Souls feels like it's a game that was made for online play only, or not in like only, but more like it, like all of the bosses feel like it has some sort of like co-op thing to it. Like that one asshole before Blighttown, there's 2 fucking enemies there, which is apparently a glitch that they've never fucking fixed out in any version of that game. But the only way that you would be able to fight those fuckers is to have another person fight with you. And you also have those 2 assholes in Anne Orlando, Ornstein and Smo, who are so, like, those are the epitome of you need some other fucking person to kill these assholes. I've gotten almost to the, like I never finished Dark Souls, though. Like, believe it or not. I got to the 4 Kings, and it just felt like, the game actually felt like it was opening up at that point. But that everybody's saying, like, that is the worst part of the fucking game. It's like, how is that bad? How is opening up all of these branching paths bad? But at the same time, I understand why it feels bad, in air quotes. It feels like a completely different game after that point. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on Dark Souls. It feels like the first half of the game feels like a complete, just a bullshit game. Like, it doesn't feel like a real fucking game. It just feels like some game that just some asshole made to piss people off. It feels like one of those, like, Flash games made specifically to piss people off. I played fucking Battletoads and I had less problems with it than fucking Dark Souls. I don't think it was the cheap enemy. I don't think they had cheap enemy placements. I just think that they put them in very, like, not cheap ways. They just made them way too fucking, like, they gave them too much health for certain enemies. Or put too many of them in one place. Sodobasto. Oh, and I didn't like the fucking story of Dark Souls too. Not the second game, I mean, mind you. I think that the second game's story is actually really interesting, and it's just that, like, Dark Souls, the first Dark Souls story felt like it was, fuck you, you're just some nobody, go fucking fight everybody. Oh boy, nobody's watching me. Nobody will know how bad I am at this game. Anyway, as I was saying though, like with the story, it's... One felt like there was no motivation to really do anything in that game. It just felt like you were just thrown out there and told, just fucking do this. No reason. And I'm not saying that this games need to have like a motivation. I don't think anybody is bad at Dark Souls. I don't think anybody can be good or bad at Dark Souls. It's just more of, do you know the exploits of this fucking boss? That's the entirety of being, quote, good at Dark Souls. But like I said, I don't think there needs to be a motivation for a story. It's just that you need to have, like... You don't need to feel like you're nobody in a story. Or, specifically with video games, I mean. And more specifically with action games, specifically too. Where it's like, you need some sort of thing to, like, drive you. Because imagine if you played Devil May Cry and you're just... You're nobody. You're just this guy Dante, or you're Tony Redgrave. You do fucking this all day. No reason. Nothing to do with your twin brother, like, opening the fucking portals of hell and doing all this shit. No, you're just doing this. That's how Dark Souls felt, where it just you had no reason, just there. You may or may not be the chosen one of some arbitrary idea of gods and goddesses or whatever the fuck. I think it's just because they don't explain it very well, even in like items and stuff, where you have to, they build this, Dark Souls built this whole culture around like lore building and lore storytelling and shit, and it's cool, but that's not how a game should give you its story. It should explain it, not necessarily to your face, but at least tell you, hey, this is what is going on in the world, here is your place in the story, do this. You know what I mean? And they kind of do that, but they do it in such a stupid, arbitrary way, where it's like, oh, you're hollow too. I was also hollow too. I was here to save some sort of thing and do this, but alas, I am dying. So you must go and do the thing that I was trying to do for some reason. Oh, I miss fucking Balrog. Or not Balrog. I miss Beowulf so much. That would be fun to stream. Devil May Cry 3. I would love to play that game. Oh, probably, but well, I get the gist of your comments. It doesn't really matter either way, but gotta let it out, gotta let it out. That was one thing I hated about this fucking the reveal trailer, where it's just like, this song has some really good lyrics, it's just that they present it in like a poppy sense in a way. Like, it's way too fucking electronic for a Devil May Cry game. And I understand it's supposed to be Nero's. I fucking changed it because I don't want to hear fucking Dante's shitty screamo music. And I'm poor as fuck and I can't buy the Devil May Cry 3 music. Yeah, it's dumb, but how else are how else is Capcom gonna make their money? Oh fuck. Penis. I forgive Persona because I'm so used to Alice doing dumb shit like that with the Persona series in general. Yeah, but then they have to get the Marvel license, and they can only use, like, fucking MCU characters. That's why we got Infinite. Like, as much as people bitched about, like, 3, at least that actually was a complete game. Actually used fucking characters that people recognize. I don't think it's good. I think it's... Well, it's a good game. But coming from somebody who, like, so used to MVC 2, I feel like a downgrade in the rosters and a different tone entirely from... Because MVC 1 and 2 just felt like a really, like, low... Not low effort, but it just felt like... It felt like a game that Capcom just made on a whim. It's like one of those... Like, you see those videos on YouTube of, like, Mugen, where it's like you have, like, all these random-ass characters in one fucking setting? It feels like that. Yeah, that would probably work too. It's just kind of like... It just depends on how they approach those types of, like if you want to do like a Capcom versus Capcom game, they're gonna have to like put in place certain characters. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, the thing with Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 was that it felt like it felt like a Mugen game. But it felt like a Mugen game, and MVC 3 felt like it was not a bad game. It's not a fucking bad game by no means. It's just that MVC 3 felt like it was... It felt like a completely different tone in how it approached that goofiness. You know what I mean? Because those games knew they were goofy. They kind of prided themselves in how goofy those fucking games were. Like, every fucking character in that game could just juggle for fucking hours of every character. That's why they named Infinite. It was based on that bullshit. I just think that, like, Capcom doesn't really care about their fighters anymore. I think they just really care about sponsorships and being at EVO more than they do about, like, upkeep of their game or anything like that. Like, it's very apparent with games like not Marvel vs. Cap, but Street Fighter V, where it's like, 4 had its problems, yeah, but it felt like most of those problems were rooted in people's, like, arbitrary ideas of what a Street Fighter game had to be. One of the things I miss in these games is there's no fucking health items anymore. Which, I mean, it's a really easier game compared to 4 and 3, and even 1. But it's like, you could have any franchise turn into a thing. There's a lot of really good games that could turn into fighters. It's just kind of like... That's a good question. Because, like, I could maybe just pull, like, some random fucking game out of my ass, like, oh, I want this game to be fucking fighter. But it's like, fighters are based off of their, like, characters and its relatability, and I don't think... There's some games out there that have, like, a really good... whatever, I'm stalling. To answer the question, I'm trying to think of a character that wasn't in Smash Brothers or going to be in Smash Brothers or some dumb shit. I know the Devil May Cry would be a really fucking fun fighter, and I know that Dante and Virgil were, I think Trish was in MVC3, and they were fucking cool characters in that. But if I had to pick specifically a game that would be a good fighter, yeah, they were fucking insanely broken characters, but that's why they were so fucking good. I love seeing... There's this one video, I'll have to link it on my Twitter, where this dude lost both of his party members and then had Virgil in the last one. Perfect. All three of the other guys' fucking characters. It was insane. Anyway... I'm not sure what type of game would have, like, a very extensive library of characters to fucking beat each other up with. I've heard the Kirby games should have, like, a fighter or some sort of game like that, like a party game or something. And they kind of had that, where it's like... Kirby 64 had, like, that, mini-games, fuck around with. I am honestly drawing a blank in who I would want to have in a fighter. I know I've said, like, I would love Travis Touchdown to be in fucking Smash Brothers. Now that would be a fucking cool, like, spin-off, though. No More Heroes or Sudoku fucking, fighter. That would be insane. I would fucking be all over that game. Now that answers your question. Fucking get onto it, man. No More Heroes is like a really fucking good series. This isn't just me, like, my own fucking bias because I fucking saw No More Heroes on a goddamn Nintendo Power magazine and I just fucking was mesmerized by the cover. I've never played No More Heroes 3 though, sadly. So. I need to get on all my games that I need to play. I know I really should be fucking playing Yakuza, because that's a really, like, I'm just at, like, really, not a boring part, but just there's parts in the game that I'm just kind of like, just get to the fucking game already. I'm full of narratives and stories and games. It's just that like you have to blend in really well with the game sometimes. I know one of my favorite fucking games has like a whole fucking I'm playing Zero, which I've heard is a really like it's to test the waters of that kind of like game. I wanted to just play like Kiwami or something like that initially, but I've heard just playing Zero will like introduce me to characters and their sort of motivations and stuff like that. So I went with that at first. I also got like RE4 I want to play. I just need to get one more fucking hit on this asshole. Right when I say that, too. Fucking piece of shit. I mean... you should get Zero first. Fucking A. Oh, what else do I do with this game? Should I play with Nero instead? Or should I play on fucking, what's it called? Son of Sparta mode. Pick the poison, motherfucker. Ranch or Cool Ranch. All right. There's a lot of fun to be played with Nero in this. So. Fuck V. Yeah, they do. I don't doubt it. Or I've never. I've never appreciated the realistic style of this fucking game. Bang, bang, bang. Pull my trouble, trouble. This is a rest area. This means you can rest. Anyway, alright. Yes, it does. Why is that? Are you in love with Sora or some shit, dude? You fucking wanna have sex with Haley Joel Osment? I don't know how I feel about Kingdom Hearts. I think I've said it before on Twitter that, like, I really like Kingdom Hearts 1 over 2 and, like, the other games. I know it's sacrilegious to fucking say I don't like 1. Or not, I don't like 2, but like 1 over the other. Because Kingdom Hearts games... Well, wait till you're fucking, can't, his name's fucking blinking out of my head for some. Wait till you're his age, and then you'll be able to fucking dress like that all the fucking time. And then old people will look at you and be like, what the fuck is this doing? But I'm there with you with this series. I was like, maybe, yeah, Nomura. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just saying he dresses like a fucking 13-year-old girl. I don't hate Nomura. I just think that he just had way too much fucking shit thrown on him when he worked there. And from what I've heard, he was like supposedly the next fucking Sakaguchi. So he had like all this stupid responsibility that like Square made him fucking do with the Final Fantasy series, when he's just like, I want to fucking do like Kingdom Hearts, dude. I don't know. I think they have two drastically different styles. As much as people say like the Kingdom Hearts series is crazy, it's not like too abnormal of a game compared to like everything else that a lot of other developers make. Suda Ichi though, I think he has kind of more of the same mentalities as like Hideo Kojima, where he has like a very broad understanding of Western culture and tries to mimic it in certain ways, but like is so fucking like, he's too Japanese for his own good. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Honestly, I think that would do well with like one of the people who did like Devil Survivor, because like every time I see The World Ends With You, I always think of those games, and I don't know if it's like the same people who worked on that game worked on Devil Survivor, or just mimicked it in certain ways. But it would be interesting to see those like two kind of come together. Gotta let it out, gotta let it out, gotta let it out, gotta let it out. He's gotta fucking cut his dad's tentacles. Smoking sexy style. That would be interesting, because that would be something he's not used to, I guess. And it's interesting that would be like, it's interesting seeing like other developers do things that they're not like used to. I've never played the Dragon Quest games though, to be honest, so I don't have like a frame of reference to that. I think it's a great movie. I might like a lot of the, I love Norman Reedus and I love his funky feet, but no, I think I would love playing that game because I'm a fucking fanboy of a lot of the writings from Kojima. Even the, like, bad writings consider, like Metal Gear Solid 4, like, people herald that as, like, the worst written game in the Metal Gear series, which it kind of is. I won't disagree. I still had a lot of fun playing that game. Or, I mean, I guess watching that movie, if you want to be technical. And seeing the cutscenes, how many cutscenes it has, more than fucking Metal Gear Solid 4, apparently. I would fuck... That is a dream come true, in my opinion. Kuzuga. Yeah. It's an hour and 40 minutes or something like that, continuously. I think Death Stranding has it beat by 2 hours. I didn't think it was that long, like, playing it. I thought it was like, it felt, I mean, it felt long, but it didn't feel that long as much as people were like, it was like a fucking movie. It didn't feel like a movie, it just felt like cutscenes and a game. And it just felt weird when it's like, do you want to save here? Or like, why do I need to save between fucking cutscenes? Is there more fucking game here or some shit? I think more people are like, when they bitch about the ending to Metal Gear Solid 4, they really bitch about that, like, epilogue, which isn't bad in itself. I think it's just people don't really see it in a positive light. They just see it as, oh, they just retconned the whole fucking game. Oh, fuck it. So it meant nothing. When it's, like, more about, like, a father and son connecting, like, after years of battling each other and thinking that they're enemies, when their real enemy was some fucking old guy who's running the whole fucking show. Watching people play it, I sound like a fucking weirdo, but that sounds like when people describe it as, oh, you're just delivering shit and walking through whatever, I was like, that's interesting. Like the way that Metal Gear Solid 5 was when it's exploration, it just felt like you were just thrown in like a middle of nowhere. And you just go like, oh, you do this. Go fuck off and do this for like 3 hours. Whereas like with Death Stranding, it feels like, here's where you're supposed to go, and here is the things that you need to deliver to this person, and find out a way to avoid enemies or avoid ghosts or BTs in this case. That sounds cool. it sounds like a different way to approach like these sorts of games. Instead of like telling you to just go fucking kill everybody, or go fucking do this, or go fucking do that. It's more like you have like a better understanding of what you're supposed to do, I guess, if that makes any sense. Yeah, but like with Breath of the Wild, and I guess with Death Stranding, it's fuck. It feels like you're accomplishing something. With 5, it just felt like you were just doing whatever. You know what I mean? I think I just blame its poor development cycle. He was trying to lose subscriber, dude. So don't, like, fucking dead air. Like I was saying about Metal Gear, the thing with 4 was that, like, people didn't like the ending or epilogue because they just didn't really see the actual symbolic thing of seeing enemies, like, really come together. I don't know. I just think nobody will just ever appreciate the beauty of that epilogue. The majority of people, I mean. Because I saw there's a 4-hour video explaining, like, just why Metal Gear Solid 4 was a disappointment, which is fucking hilariously Tile 1, but it... Yeah, Hideo Kojima is a fucking hack fraud. He sucks at writing, and he doesn't understand films like I do, okay? See, I took a film studies fucking class in college, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about. It wasn't a whole fucking year, but I know what I'm talking about, motherfucker. But no, I think Hideo Kojima, like, Hideo Kojima has, like, a tendency to write in a certain way. Like, one of the translators of Metal Gear Solid 2 said it best, where it's like, Kojima is very, very literal when he writes, when most other writers try to... Kojima is a hack. When most other writers, like, kind of write in a more symbolic meaning, Kojima kind of just tells you like it is, which... It's kind of good for a game like Metal Gear. I don't know how it feels for something like, I think Death Stranding is kind of more of him trying to be more symbolic than trying to be, I don't know, whatever he was doing with fucking 2, which I still love the writing of 2, but I do agree with the translator. It feels very fucking, like, literally, the fucking last cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid 2 is just badgering you over the head of censorship is bad, curation is bad, don't let government tell you what to think, kind of thing. You know what I mean? which it isn't a bad thing to write about. It's just that badgering you over the head over and over again for fucking 4 minutes or some shit. Or maybe even more, thinking about it. It's been a while since I played Metal Gear Solid 2. Gotta let it out. I forgot I had the devil arm. Break. What is that? I don't think it's the series. I think it's just you not really knowing to fucking mod shit. Forgot how do I do double trigger? Oh, there it is. I don't like twin stakes. I think I've said before, it just kind of ruins the whole, not the fun of Metal Gear. Yeah, fuck 5. 5 sucks. I don't think I'll ever, I'm not in the camp of Metal Gear Solid 5 was a good game, but it wasn't a good Metal Gear game. I'm not one of those fucking retards. Uh-oh, I said the R word. I'm gonna get fucking thrown out into the fucking street and beat to death by fucking Susan, whatever her fucking last name is. Fuck! Oh, but no, really, I'm not one of those people that, like, defends Metal Gear Solid 5. I tried replaying it a few months ago on 360, no less, to see my old save file, specifically. And, oh my fuck. God. I just... Yeah, just like what Knuckles says. Knuckles said the oh no word. Fuck. Okay, you want to see something fucking cringy? Fucking, you want to see some 100% cringe right here, right now? I know all the fucking lyrics to Unknown of Me, or Unknown from Me. Alright, stand back, cause there's a hurricane coming through. Alright, here I come. Rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles. I'm hard as nails. It ain't hard to tell or break it down whether they solid or frail. Unlike the rest of them, independence is my first breath. First test, feel the right, then the worst left. Born on an island in the heavens. The blood of my ancestors flows inside me. My duty is to save the flower from evil deterioration, yeah. I'll be the one to set your heart free, true. Cleanse yourself of them evil spirits that's in you. Streaking lights, loud sounds. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, no, I fucking know every single fucking word from Unknown for Me. I know all of the fucking words to, Live and Learn and Open Your Heart as well. I won't fucking, you know, I won't sing. If I sing, I'll sing something good. I'm fuck around in the void. Bruh. The TV show. The TV show or the what? What heroes? Oh, Sonic. I'm fucking stupid. Why didn't I fucking... Yes, please get Sonic Adventure. It is probably one of my favorite games. Like, I hate how people complain and say it's the worst fucking game in the world, but it's like, I understand, it's not a fucking, like, amazing, beautiful game. It's just fun, and, like, Reginald, what's his fucking name? What is his full legal name? Hang on. Reginald Fee. It's just Reginald Fee. He says, if the game's not fun, then why bother? It's not really a guilty pleasure. I think it's just that, like, the problem with Sonic Adventure 1 is that it's been ported so, like, fucking piss poor. Like, there's a whole fucking video explaining, like, just how abysmal Sony, or not Sony, Sega fucking mistreated that game. By porting it to the GameCube, then PC, then fucking Xbox 360, then back to fucking PC again. Like, ugh. It's really good. A lot of his videos are really great. He did one on Sonic R not too long ago. Which, Sonic R is it's not a fucking amazing game, but it's very, like, misrepresented by a lot of Sonic fans. It's one of its kind, is essentially the, way I would explain. It's definitely not a multiplayer game. I mean, if you really want to get 06, it's up to you. I've never played 06, but from what I've heard, it's like, it's not even funny bad. It's just plain not fun to play. How about you? It's kind of hard to keep these two in mind. Like, yeah. Well, that's your problem then. You can only play the game Game Grump style and have some fucking jackass over your fucking shoulder tell you how fucking this game sucks. I hate it. It's fucking dumb. Fucking it sucks dick balls and ass. Never gonna fucking animate anything ever fucking again. I'm gonna fucking I have man, I fucking hate Ego Raptor now. I won't elaborate why, but just say he's fucking kind of an asshole now. And not even the asshole of before, he's just a plain asshole. Oh, I hate how fucking stiff my arms feel now. I remember that. Not the actual show, but I remember he actually got fucking deals with like MTV and shit. Ego Raptor was actually going places at that point, but he just... I don't know, he just fucking threw it all away. So he could just fucking scream into a microphone about how, this sucks, I fucking, please buy all of my fucking t-shirts and listen to all my music and do this and fucking that. You know what I mean? But I'm not I don't know. I'm not insulting the dude, saying he sucks because of it. It's just kind of an asshole. That's just plain and simple. Yeah, basically. Oh, wait, no. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the fucking tester. I fucking love the tester. Yeah, that was it. He was complete dickhead because of that. I am not gonna fucking sugarcoat that shit. He was a dick. And then like after he got kicked off, and then people were like, hey, are you gonna go do this again or do more stuff with Sony? He's like, no, I'm never gonna fucking do that shit again. It's like, fuck off. I wouldn't say that. I just think it's... The tester was like it was an interesting showing off all of these weird people who, like, they wanted to be famous. They wanted to be like it's hard to explain, but like there's so many fucking characters on that show. I loved it. Oh god, yeah, no, if I was given the opportunity to fucking do some dumb shit like that, I would. Hey, Sony, send this to Sony. Send this, just isolate this clip and send it to Sony. Y'all ever doing Tester 4? Sign me the fuck up. Bruh. But yeah, there were some fucking funny people on that show, I'll tell you that. All I wanted to do was just that. Oh fuck yes, G4 was the shit, dude. It was the shiznit when they weren't fucking showing reruns of the fucking Cops or Heroes or fucking Lost. They were showing some really cool dumb shit from the fucking internet and cheat codes and all that fun stuff like E3, and like, I think that was my first introduction of E3 was just through G4, or it's called Tech TV by some people. I remember some really cool fucking Japanese shows being played on G4. I don't know if it was just my, like, if it was maybe just the channel next to it, or just I confused it for G4, but there was some really fucking fun and shit from there. Like not Ninja Warrior, because that's for normies, but like just, I can't remember the show. It was just a show where these like two Japanese dudes show, like, I think they're comedians or something like that, and they show off like all these weird like little oddities that they find, like just, I think it was from either the 90s or something like that they translated into English. But it was really fucking funny. Takeshi's Cast? No, it's not Takeshi's Cast. Like, how would that even fucking... I don't think they ever played Takeshi's Castle on G4. Even though Takeshi's Castle was fucking fun, I don't think they played that in America Land. Boomer Central. I think TV had its kind of place. Like, nowadays, yeah, TV is just kind of struggling to survive with mostly being phased out by, like, streaming services. But at that time, that little frame window of time, TV had its place. Even the last few years that I had TV, there were some real, like, good shit that I watched on TV. Yeah, but that was kind of like the thing with most like shows, and even still, was that you'll have like a huge break in between like production. Like they'll only make a batch of episodes and then just kind of release it as that. I think it was just more of like maybe just a cartoon problem. I don't know. I don't think it's a regional thing. Or maybe fucking, I don't know, New Zealand has like some fucking weird shit where it's like dumb bullshit where they'll have fucking certain episodes of shit. I'm just showing off how big my pee-pee is by fucking doing dumb shit. Anyway, what? Shit. I wouldn't say it's completely dead. I think there are still people holding on to fucking TV. I mean, if it was dead, they wouldn't have it. But I think I don't know. There definitely should be some sort of compromise with production of a lot of things nowadays, and not just force people to make things in huge batches, you know what I mean? Because that's really killing a lot of things, especially with cartoons, where you have a lot of companies telling studios to be like, oh, do fucking 13 episodes and we'll just show them all at once. It's that sort of mentality that Netflix kind of started, where it's like, do all of this at once. You know, and I understand, like, even before then they had problems where it's like you had to do shit week by week, but I think people got so accustomed to that sort of style, I guess, at least in animation circles, I think. But like I said, TV had its place, and I think if I didn't have TV, well, not me at least, I probably wouldn't fucking thirst over Clarence's mom, bruh. That's a bruh moment. Yeah, I think just binging has just kind of ruined a lot of, like, I remember listening to a podcast recently that was talking about, like, how Lost kind of, it changed the way how most TV series kind of approach that sort of, like, instead of making a week-by-week show, they just film it almost like a movie completely. And that worked really well with shows like Lost and Breaking Bad when you gave it to directors who were so familiar with films. When you give it to people that are so used to doing week-by-week shows, it feels almost weird. Because it feels like they're just kind of rushing ideas. Podcasts I listen to Let Me Tell You About, and I listen to Mega 64. But the podcast that I listened on was it was a Lost podcast, and not Lost podcast, but it was a podcast about the show Lost. I don't remember what it was called, but I'll send you a link of it after all this. That's a lot of people's like starting point, but I think the let me tell you about Chris Chan one was it's good. It's just that like Joey has like sort of an off-putting personality for a lot of like newcomers to a podcast like that. I think you gotta really understand like who these people are before you like jump into a podcast like that, and Joey didn't give a fuck about that. Oh man, I could have told you everything about Chris Chan. But yeah, no, you should give it another chance because like it's really fun. It's a fun podcast because also Joey isn't a mainstay of that podcast. It's actually Alex. If you've seen more of that podcast, it's really good. But yeah, no, if I had to talk about like Chris Chan or whatever, like I've not caught up with Chris Chan in a fucking long time. What the fuck has he been doing? Last time I checked, he was fucking getting piercings in his fucking taint or some shit. That's real, by the way. I'm not like making a joke that he really did pierce his fucking taint and got infected. Who knows? That's a fucking rhetorical question, dude. There's more people fucking observing him than there are people observing other fucking people. Mental breakdown, fucking. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it because Chris Chan is that type of person where it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna blame it just on autism. I think it's just because he's lived a fucking sheltered life so much that like, you can't come out of that, you know what I mean? I've known so many people who get stuck in that sort of like childlike mentality of can't growing up, you know what I mean? Most people like that would end up in a home. And the thing with Chris Chan is that like they choose not to. They know better, but they don't. And then you have other people who are kind of messing with them, which, I don't know. Another video of audible. Yeah, I think I've heard something about that where it's like Chris Chan started like believing in like weird kinship and whatever. Which, I mean, they're free to do that, but it's just like you get a lot of weirdos kind of messing with you with more than the like trolls from 4chan and all the 4chans and all the message forms, something awfuls and stuff, but I don't know. Chris Chan's lived a fucking sad life. Super Castle Beast, what the fuck is that? They got cucked, dude. Don't you know? I never got into super best friends or anything like that. it never fucking, they never interest me. Like, I saw them before, and I think since, like, fucking 2011 or some shit, I never fucking looked into them. Like, where are they now, kind of thing. It never interested me at that point. Shit like Rooster Teeth, too. Like, I don't fucking care what they're doing now, or... Are you liking my combos here, bro? Friday night. Nice, yes. Anyway, I don't know, podcasts for me just feel like, there's some, like, I feel like a lot of people will do podcasts just out of, like, just kind of a necessity. Like, not necessarily like that they have anything interesting to say, just more that, oh, well, everybody else is doing a podcast, might as well do that, you know? I mean, I would probably do really fucking well with a podcast, but that's because I have something to say, or research my topics that I want to talk about. Most people who do podcasts usually just, you know, I did this, so I'll probably do fucking well doing that. Podcast is a new, let's start. Yes, I have heard that before. But the thing is, even with bands, you had to have like some sort of talent. It's kind of the same thing with podcasts. You need to have something to fucking say. You don't just go in and be like, oh, well, my name is blank, and I'm going to talk about my day. My day was shit. Yeah, but you still you had something to say about Rick and Morty. I don't think it's really cringe. I think it's just more that you had something to say about it, and even if it wasn't like that important, you still made it. It's better than just making it out of like a weird necessity too. You know what I mean? It's kind of like my Gmod videos where it's like, I have them unlisted because, oh, holy fuck, I was a fucking edgy teenager and used the N-word a lot. But I don't look back on those with, like, regret. I look back on those with kind of like a nostalgia of like, oh, I was able to do things. I was doing this and I was doing that. I got close to this person that I admired, or, you know, these sorts of things. I don't look back on it as, wow, cringe. You know? It would. I think it just really comes down to like how you kind of approach it and present yourself. I think it would be an interesting thing to do. Me personally, if I had like the equipment to do it. I don't have a fucking PC or a fucking good microphone. I mean, if you can hear from this fucking piece of shit, it's not really much of a microphone to begin with, so. Kicking this fucking game's ass. Yes, it is the fucking microphone that comes with the PlayStation. It's not a bad microphone, it's just kind of like... The other microphone that I had is just kind of like... It's just dying at this point, and it's much louder. Like, if you go back to like my Grand Theft Auto video, I'm using that like microphone. It's kind of fading out at this point. So you don't fucking give things to people without, like, proper transaction, dude. Man, I wonder what type of people will watch this stuff when it uploads to YouTube. I mean, it's a free microphone you get with the system, so it doesn't matter. I would, but I'd actually have to be, like, fucking, I don't know. I'd definitely do it with fucking, Devil May Cry, 3, though. Like, if they had a fucking Void or some shit, that would be fun. Holy shit, somebody needs to make a fucking Void mod for 3. That would be fucking... Oh! If they can make a style switcher mod, they can fucking make a Void mod, dude. This is the Void, like it's a training mode where you can just do this kind of thing. But I mean, like, there should be like a mod out there that like has this sort of fun play style of fucking do whatever. Like, Devil May Cry 3 has a bloody palace, but it's like, it's nowhere on the, like, level as this kind of bloody palace, which I still haven't gotten through, so really won't. I'm too much of a fucking combo nut, so... So you want me to actually fucking play this game? Or what? What do you want me to do? Just keep doing this, or... I don't know what what's entertaining to watch. Alrighty. I might keep doing this for a little bit. 2 more combos. and then I'll fucking stop. But, to fill dead air, I'll try to think of something to talk about. But like I was saying about, like, my Gmod stuff, I don't think my Gmod stuff was fucking horrible, to be honest. I just think I was a fucking edgy teenager, and I don't think a lot of people can see my fucking really stupid things that I said. Because, man, it was... I mean, it's tame by, like, most other people's comparison, but just, I'd just rather not other people fucking see that shit. I'm not using my fucking guns at all in this fucking combos. Why don't I just do that? Alright. I forgot I don't have my fucking thing. Oh, no shotgun? I don't want no shotgun. Yeah. I could honestly do this all fucking day, to be honest. I'm getting all fucking sweaty just doing all this dumb shit. One more S. One more fucking S. Ooh, there we go, motherfucker. Get him. Gotti. Bitch. Fuck. Alright, I said all the swear words that I need to say. Now, to prove that I am an adult. Alright. Alright. I don't know what else I'm gonna do in this game because I fucking suck. I fucking suck at fucks. So, yeah. I don't know if I should play more of the story again, or... Jesus fucking Christ. It is 2:25 in the fucking morning. I did not realize it was that fucking late. I thought it was earlier, at least. Alright. I might come back here tomorrow. I will probably play RE4. Or maybe I'll play more Grand Theft Auto. Fuck it. I like playing Grand Theft Auto just for the fuck of it. Oh. I know. I know how to close this off. The only way. The fucking only way. Alright, where is it? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna close this off the only way I know how. How you doing, YouTube? It's big time Richard here, telling you the OS way. Aight. When you go to bed, be extra comfy. Always have double layers because it's the winter. It's the old school way. Take it easy. OS for life.